Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So it seems that the market is starting to price in that the Fed is going to start cutting rates this week from 4.5% to 4.25. 25 basis points is expected to be shaved off the Fed's rate, and we're seeing this in the forex market with the euro, yen, pound and a few other currency pairs really going against the grain now, against the dollar. We're seeing euro dollar from the opening of today's market jumping roughly about 50 pips so far. Same with same with cable, and the dollar yen is sliding lower as well. So what does this mean for the American economy? Are we going to see any more big surprises until later this week when we get the official decision? And don't forget, even after the decision, it's the press conference as well, the all-important outlook from Fed Chair Jerome Powell and his panel to see where he thinks the economy is going to be going for the rest of the year. Don't forget, heading into the fourth quarter of the year shortly, and we're just waiting to see if we're going to avoid a recession, hit a soft landing potentially, and also are there going to be any more rate cuts or any signals from the Fed in the meeting afterwards. We'll wait and see, but as always we'll bring you all the latest as it happens. Let's just have a quick look on a few of the currency pairs. Euro dollar, like I said, staging a bit of a comeback since having a bit of a downturn last week, roughly about 6 or 7 days ago, but since then, as you can see here, roughly about 100 pips to the downside, recovering nicely now and heading towards 118. We haven't really seen this type of movement for a while because we're just now seeing a slow gradual upcline and trying to head to this particular peak of 118.30, roughly about 70 to 80 pips away, not too much to hit that peak. But there's a little bit of a resistance obviously on the way, looking likely. And if we look on the RSI, it's really in the neutral zone at the moment. Going back to the intraday chart, just slightly creeping up a bit higher. It's potentially going to give us a slight bearish divergence. So we could see price action start to top roughly around 117.80, 117.85, another 25 to 30 pips before we have another downturn. So roughly around this area, and then we'll start possibly moving a little bit lower, but obviously we'll wait and see if that does happen. Not too much news going apart from the Fed's all-important decision. For cable though, it's a little bit more advanced, a little bit more bullish. We're seeing this big bullish rhetoric from a couple of weeks ago, bit of a consolidation phase, but now we are breaking the recent top here and we're moving through the main resistance of 136. So if we do top that, then obviously if we're looking on the daily chart, we're just seeing now that price action is moving a little bit more to the upside as well. So cable doing the same thing. We've got the Bank of England's interest rate decision again this week. Most likely they're not going to cut rates because their inflation, like the Eurozone, is under control, unlike the Feds and Americans where it's creeping up to 3% once again. So we could see that as quite a big deterrent. A little bit more into the overbought zone for the RSI for cable, so we could see a little bit of a pullback soon before moving a little bit higher. I've had a few requests about the yen as well. Let's just take a look on the yen. That again, a little bit of a role reversal because the dollar is the base currency here. The yen is looking likely that we were having another downturn. We're just seeing if we're going to hit some supports roughly about 147. That's the next psychological support that we're looking at. So not too far away, about 30 pips. That could be broken very, very easily. Like I said, this week's news events are really hammering the greenback quite significantly, so we'll wait and see if that comes into fruition. But as always, like I said at the beginning of the video, we'll bring you all the latest in the fundamentals and technicals as they come. So stick with us, stay ahead, trade responsibly, and we'll speak again next time around on our YouTube and Telegram channel. Bye for now.